This is problem 2 of standard 8GB7, where we're going to apply the Pythagorean theorem to determine unknown side lengths in right triangles in real world and mathematical problems. In this case, it's a two-dimensional figure. All right, problem 2. A rectangular picture frame has dimensions of 2 feet by 3 feet. If this side's 2 feet and this side's 3 feet, what's the length of the diagonal of the frame to the nearest tenth of a foot? Now I'm going to say this, if you were on one version of my on-course assignment, this is a different problem. I'm sorry, I'm doing this one this time. So I didn't like the suitcase problem. What's the length of the diagonal of the frame here to the nearest tenth of a foot? Well, if we notice this, guys, we've got a right triangle here, don't we? Okay? 2 feet here, 3 feet there, and we're looking for this side right here. That's across from the right angle. It's C. C is always your long side. We're doing Pythagorean theorem because we've got a right triangle here. Whenever you've got a rectangle, if you cut this in half, go from one side to the other like this, you're going to wind up having a right triangle. So to find the side, I'm going to use Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. I'm looking for c squared. Doesn't matter which one of these is A and B. C is across from the right angle. It's the longest side. In this case, A would be 2, so it's 2 squared. B is 3, so that's 3 squared. C is what we're looking for. 2 squared is 4, so I'm going to substitute 4 in place of 2 squared. 3 squared is 9, so I'm going to substitute 9 in place of 3 squared, and I'm looking for c squared. 9 plus 4 gives me 13 is equal to c squared. I'm looking for c, not c squared, see? So I need to find c. The opposite of squaring something is to take the square root. What I do to one side of an equation, I have to do to the other side on that equal sign. So I've taken the square root of both sides. C is equal to, now we need to find the square root of 13. If you're using a TI-30X2S to find the square root, you would go second function, square root, 13 equals, and gives you 3.606. I'm going to write that there. 3.606. Now, what did it tell me to round to? Tenth of a foot. Here's your tenth, it's at the first decimal place. So I'll look at the digit behind it. In this case, it's a 0. 4 or less, let it rest. 5 or more, raise the score. So this is 0. I don't change it. That would mean that C is 3.6 feet. And look to see if this makes sense. Our hypotenuse is always the longest side. Here I've got 2 feet, 3 feet, 3.6 feet. That would make sense. The hypotenuse is the longest side. We were using Pythagorean theorem to find a side because if we've got two side lengths in a right triangle, we find the third with Pythagorean theorem.